Have you ever done something you knew full well was illegal, but you still had fun with it anyways? Yeah, let me tell you about that. Hello, 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 my lovelies. Chris is just here with another Tea Time Tuesday. Before we get into that, let's talk about what brought it up. I was looking through the pictures on my computer, and I found, you know how you find the little treasure troves of folders upon folders, and I found a bunch of pictures I took with my friend C. Here's how it goes. We were both bored, as we often are, and we decided, hey, we've never just taken a road trip, just to take a road trip with no destination. So we literally picked a day, got in the car, and just headed wherever looked coolest. So on this road trip we saw some pretty cool things. Saw some turkey on the side of the road, some pretty scenery. Saw this weird pointy thing that I really, really wanted to sit on and have her take my picture, but she's like, no, you'll probably get tetanus. So, while on this road trip, we were driving around, and her car started overheating. So, we were like, we'll go down the road till we see someplace where we can pull off, let it cool, yada yada. We freaking pulled off next to this place. So we're looking at this place. There's a fence around it. I'm at the edge of the fence, like, taking pictures. Of course, me being me wants to go in. And C is like, that's how every fucking horror film ever has started. Don't make me the next chapter of American Horror Story. So, I was about to go in anyways. And she's like, here, I will make you a deal. We will come back more prepared if you don't go in now. I agreed, because I was like, it'll give me more time to explore without her yelling and being panicked. I told another friend about this place, and he was like, hey, if you go, please bring me along. I want to take pictures. And for like a month and a half, nothing happened, and I'm just like, okay, I guess we're never gonna go back. And out of the blue, my other friend, let's call him B, calls up, he's like, let's go this weekend. Let's go. I call up C, and she's like, hell yeah. So we all pile into the car on a clear, sunny, bright day, and head out there. And when we get there, well, just look at the pictures. This place was huge. I wasn't expecting it to be that big, and I didn't do any research on this place at all. It was just like, I want to go. I don't want anything to tell me otherwise. I want to go. So we get there, and that's when we spring it on B that it's not entirely open to the public. It was kind of trespassing, and there was... yeah, it was trespassing. Not gonna mince words at all. And he was freaked out. But apparently he had been doing some research on the building. And he's like, you know this place is supposedly haunted, right? That just made me happier. So happy. CJ's like, ah, cool. I'm gonna have to do some smudging when we get home and stuff. And he's like, really? You two are crazy. Alright, so we walk up. No gate. Doors wide open. I view that as an invitation. Being like, hey, come in. Rest your weary head. Take a break. Get out of the weather. But my interpretation and the law may be two separate things. We go in. We're on a staircase, and we're like, go up or down? They were deciding. I just went ahead and went down. C then enforces a rule that everybody must be within eyesight of each other, because again, this is how films start. So we go into the basement area. We're taking pictures. Lots of graffiti. Old mattress with somebody asking their girlfriend to prom on it, because that's romantic. And we get into the end of the hall and we go into a room, and B is ready to bolt. There, in the middle of the room is a pentagram with an Ouija board that looks like it was kind of burnt. On the wall was a pentagram that somebody blacked out, but you could still see the pentagram. And on another wall there was like blood written that was dripping. I was like, haha, you kids are dumb. C was basically on my page, and B was ready to bolt. We brought him to protect us, basically, and be our bodyguard, and he was the one ready to run away, and it wasn't even 5 minutes into the building. So we calm him down. We go along, we're taking more pictures. It's absolutely fascinating in there. So it's a really long building, so we go down, and there's this really dark hallway in the middle. It's like light, impenetrable blackness, and you can see a little bit of light on the end. B's freaking out again. It took us a couple minutes to talk him into going through. But as soon as I pulled out my like industrial strength flashlight, he felt a little better. So we're going down, and at the end of the hall there was like some debris and crap that looked like an old wheelchair. And C's like, great, we are in a horror film. I'm gonna die. I suck at cardio. So we get through the impenetrable blackness. We're snapping pictures. I took a couple. Oh my god, the staircase in this place though. I want to salvage it and bring it home and just love it, because it is beautiful. So yeah, we get through the impenetrable blackness. We're on the other side. Everything's nice and bright, and we're taking pictures of this one thing, and out of the corner of my eye, I fucking saw, like, I think it was a person. I'm hoping to hell it was a person, like, peek out from one of the rooms that we passed that looked empty. I'm just gonna think it was a squatter. I'm going with it was a squatter. And like my head snaps over, like I fucking snap to look completely on, because like I don't want some hobo coming up and shivving my friends. And there was nothing there. And B saw me look, like, go into alert mode, and he's like, please tell me you saw nothing. And I'm like, I saw nothing. He's like, you're lying, I saw it too. But you think either of us got a picture of that? Nope. So we're on high alert, and we keep going, taking our pictures, yada yada yada. We end up going to the end, and then there's like there was a dirt path going further in, but it didn't look entirely safe, so we're like, we don't need any hospital visits. Like, I had brought a first aid kit and stuff, but I'm not one for sewing legs back onto people. So we turned around, went back to the staircase, went up this time, and that it was like so bright, and like I didn't know decrepit buildings could be pretty, but it was bright and pretty in there, and like some of the graffiti was humorous. So we went around, took more pictures, had fun. Some of the architecture, like the molding and the fireplace in there, it was so pretty. And you didn't see that. Somebody left a dryer sheet in the air vents, and the heater just kicked on, and it just scared the crap out of me. What was I talking about? Oh, that's why I jumped. So we're going down, and then we find this open room, and there's graffiti basically saying there's a monster in my head, but that wasn't what freaked me out. In this like big open room, there's a bundle of blankets just laying there, and it looked like there was something in there, and I was like, oh shit, we found a dead body. And CJ's like, yes, we are in a fucking horror film. He's turned. C has to go and grab him. He was almost gone. And he's like, don't touch it, don't touch it. But of course, me being me, I have to go make sure there's not somebody hurt there. So I go, it was just a bundle of blankets. We go further, and I got spooked again because apparently the wind was making these old Venetian blinds click together. Sounded like somebody was doing shit back there. And like, I'm slowly sneaking forward. I'm like pulling video game knowledge like back against the wall, slithering, peering around corners before I go on further. And then I get up to it and it's just blinds. After that, we were like, we hit the end of the building again. We go back to the stairs. We were going to go up to the 3rd floor, but the staircase wasn't that great. So I was gonna go up anyways. I was like, structurally, it would be more sound towards the edge where the railing or the wall is. Don't step in the middle, blah, 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 blah. And C's just like, no, I'm not letting you. And B is like, is basically like, I'm not taking you to the hospital if you die. And I'm like, fine. So we didn't do the 3rd floor, but the 2 floors we did check out were cool as hell. Oh, there was also a carport area, like, it looks like where deliveries were made, and across that was another cool, like, I don't know if it was the boiler room or what it was. It might have been the laundry room. I think it was a laundry room. Or it was a operating room because of the white tile. I'm not sure. It was pitch black. It was cool as hell. I got some good pictures of that. On the car ride home, I'm on my phone looking stuff up, and it's supposedly haunted. The history of the place is in 1914, it was opened up to treat as a tuberculosis sanatorium. Closed in the 1960s, reopened in 1961 as an infirmary, closed in 1979. From the looks of it, it closed pretty quick, so I don't know what happened. Like, it doesn't explain why it was closed or any of that stuff, and it looks like it went quick. Like, there was still all different things in there. And then on top of that, I was reading, and apparently in 2015 the EPA took a hold of the building and took out like drums of hazardous chemicals, and they also took out a shit ton of asbestos. So like, great, I'm gonna get fucking lung disease. I'm like, great, we were in his top secret government facility that was disguised as a infirmary, and we might be growing a second head. So that was my little experience with urban exploring. I loved it. I would gladly do it again. Only this time I'd probably get permissions, because oops. Well, I guess I'm gonna end the video here. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Remember guys, stay shiny and keep an eye out for the next video. Ciao!